What's up, y'all? Y'all saw the title. We are taking over the Washed-ington Wizards, and I'll explain why for this. We're making the all-wash team, and the reason I picked the Wizards because the Washed-ington Wizards. All right, it's stupid, but whatever. So I'm gonna go make some trades. We're gonna get a all-wash team. I know Click kind of did something similar to this, so I'm not trying to steal his idea, but we're gonna do it differently. No legends, but what we're gonna do is mess with their tendencies, trying to get the players to play a certain way, and see if we can make like a playoff team. Probably not a championship team, and I'll only do the first year because regression hits a lot of these guys pretty hard. But I will maybe do this a couple times depending on how season 1 goes, if I think there's an improvement I can make. And I think that about covers the intro, so I'm gonna go make some trades and I'll come back to you in a minute. I also do want to say I am using not using a start today roster because I didn't want any messed up overalls. A lot of these guys are low overalls to start with, and then also I didn't do start today because it's still broken and I didn't want to deal with anybody's save files. All right, so I think I got the team where I want it. Obviously it's ugly on paper, and it honestly might be ugly in the game. So I got Chris Paul, Clay, Paul George, Al Horford, Kevin Love, DJ off the bench, Vic off the bench. I actually think I want to switch this. DJ can still play 20. Marcus Smart's really bad in sim, and then I like Sarge, but he doesn't need to play that much. I'm going to lean on Vic being our 6-man, like, perfect player, hopefully. So Victor, DJ, Covington, Marcus Smart, Sarge off the bench. For like the guys who are left over, I didn't want to just give them to another team to make another team better. So I just lowered their overalls so that they aren't. And so if I accidentally have the CPU do anything with the rotations, it doesn't put them in. And then I also traded for Andre Drummond, but I don't want him to play because, like, yeah, where his stats aren't the same anymore. He's still pretty dang good in 2K, and he's pretty easy to get. Is that? I mean, it's not cheap, but I've done an Andre video. So this first like go around, at least we'll see how we can do without him, and then. If I feel like I can make some changes, I will. I haven't messed with the tendencies yet, but I'm definitely going to. Actually, you know what? This first sim, I don't think I'm gonna. We're gonna like compare how big of a difference it has. So we're not gonna do playthrough star. Do we have like shooters for real? Yeah, we can set it to get shooters open. Or actually, no preference. We will do average. Try and get some offensive glass work. Defensive can be physical. Then we'll crash the defensive glass. This is what we're going to rock with. System proficiency is a 3.5, actually. It's not a bad team on paper, apparently. We'll leave it, and we'll see how the sim goes. I also do want to say injuries are off. Progressive fatigue is off. There's a lot of old players on this team, obviously, so I don't want to have to deal with, second half slumps for everybody. And regressions turned down to, like, 35. That way, just in the middle of the season, they aren't, like, down 4 overalls or something. And morale and stuff is also off. All that stuff. Not dealing with it. Damn, I just realized I didn't turn my mic on for a minute. Okay, so I'll walk you through it. We finished 40 and 42, leading the way. We had no all-stars. Leading the way, Chris Paul had about 12, 4, 8, a steal and a half a game. Clay averaged 22 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, good 3-point shooting, field goal percentage comparable to his last couple years. And then Paul George averaged about 24, 5, and 4, 2 steals. Great year from him. Al Horford did his thing. Kevin Love, 12, 9 rebounds a game. Victor Oladipo off the bench with 12.5, 3, and 3. DJ averaged about 6 and 7 for us. And then the rest of the bench guys were bad, but apparently Jordan Poole played in like 5 games. Not a big deal. He's a 50 overall. Not worried about it. Game 1 we just won. I put, for the matchups, the only things I changed is I put Paul George on Giannis. He has pretty good perimeter and interior defense. And then for Dame, I didn't set a matchup, but I just hit stay attached always. And in game 1, Giannis had 35 and 14 on good shooting, but the rest of the guys kind of sucked. K Love had a 30-10 game. Paul George 27, 5, 8, and 3. 18, 2, and 8 for Chris Paul. So this team has exceeded my expectations without any tendency changes. We're gonna change them in the second go of this, but for now we're good. We go up 2-0 as well. Paul George, great game. Clay gave us 23, 13 and 15 for K Love. Game 3 is a loss. Still decent shooting for our top guys. Chris Paul gave us a good game. And we go up 3-1. Clay had 32 and 7. Paul George 23, 3 and 5. 16, 4 and 6 for K Love. Giannis is having a good series shooting wise, but we just beat them in 5. Game 5, Kuzma led the way. Giannis didn't really do all that much. For him, I should say relatively. K-Love, 23, 13, and 6. 35 points for George. 18 for Clay on bad shooting. Interesting stuff here. We win a playoff series with this team. Round 2 is probably only going to get tougher. We're definitely going to do stay attached for Brunson again, like we did for Dame. This is a better team. We probably lose. I don't even know who I should really put on Cat. We'll keep stay attached and then just try and let these other guys beat us. They should be able to, but probably the best chance we have. Game 1 is a loss by 5. Towns had a good game. Brunson had a good game. Game 2 is also a loss by 12. Cat and K-Love lead the way respectively. I think we are going to shorten the rotation a little. Just give us a shot. Saric, Smart, those guys are both on fire. They can stay in. We'll take away Covington's minutes. Let DJ play a couple more. Let Oladipo play like 30, 33 for K-Love, 32 for Horford. Clay can play 34, 36 for George. That's what we'll go with, I guess. I still don't like our chances. Game 3 is a loss by only 4. Man, Paul George is trying to carry this team. I will give him credit. We just faced 46 and 15 from Towns. I think what I'm going to do for this game is I'm going to put Paul George on Brunson and just see if we can eliminate him from this. Or actually, you know what? Let's get weird. I'm going to put Paul George on Cat. Like I said, he has decent interior defense and good perimeter. Maybe we steal a game. And we did. 19, 7, and 8 for George. Towns had a good game still. I'm going to set it that we crash the boards because Towns is killing us on the boards in this. I kind of thought it already was set there. Yeah, it is. Game 5 is a loss. We lose 4-1 in the second round, but honestly, that's a lot better than I thought it was going to go. And we've kind of seen Paul George is not scared to be that guy. All right, so for tendencies this time, I kind of just did minimal stuff. I liked what I saw from a lot of these guys. I didn't mess with Paul George's shot. I upped Al's a little bit. Didn't mess with Clay's. Lowered Marcus Smart's. Upped DJ's. I think I upped K-Love's a little bit maybe. Upped Victor's. Lowered Saric. For Chris Paul, I upped his midi because his midi is a 88. I also think I want to up his close shot. Obviously, he's smaller, but I don't think in sim that matters that much. What's Paul George's close shot? It's an 82. We can up his too. His midi is an 88. I want to make sure he is shooting the mid-range shot. And then for everybody, every single person, I did a bunch of these. So contest shot, I don't know why I lowered these on accident. These are all at 100 for everybody. Fouls are lowered. I tried to get them to 0, but I mean, if it's at 58, whatever. Fouls all the way at 0. I upped everybody's play discipline to 100, and their dish rating I upped for everybody. Chris Paul's gonna have 100 dish. I expect him to average double-digit assists now, and I think that covers it. And we'll see how much better this team can be. So now with this, let me remember to do this. Line of performance factor 0. This time around, I don't know. Do I want to do like a defensive system? Because we are going to average more steals. I guess we'll just go balanced. We'll keep it at balance for now and see how this one goes. So we've actually been bad this year, but I did look and we are one of the better defensive teams. We are just the worst offensive team. So I think I'm going to set it to this. We're currently 15 and 27. So hopefully that changes something. I don't know. It was actually worse. It was actually far worse. So maybe I'm going to go 7 seconds, see if that helps. These are your awards. Nothing for us, of course. Defensive second team, Paul George made it. And I think we did sneak in the play-in barely. Yes, we are 9 seed. And I got to be honest, the stats look pretty similar. Chris Paul's points went up. Assists went up. K-Love's points went down. DJ's points went up. He played really well still. So there are some changes I think I'm going to make for the next run at this. But so far, the tendencies were a bust there. And we do lose in the second playoff game to the Chicago Bulls by 7 points. But I have some ideas. Hopefully my ideas can make the team better, not worse this time. I am going to lower everybody's dish rating except Marcus Smart and Chris Paul's. I'm going to have them at 100. Hopefully they are still passing the ball like crazy. I might even up Vic's a little bit. The other thing I'm going to change is I upped Paul George's shot tendency. I'm going to up Al's too. But I think I am going to go DJ in the starting lineup and replace their minutes. So something like this instead. Because DJ's been really good in the minutes he has gotten. And then I also want to just maybe lower the minutes that these guys are getting to give Victor more. So something like this those are really the only changes I think I'm going to make. I am going to make us go defense. Do they want to go perimeter centric? Okay, we'll go perimeter centric. Or actually, no. I don't know. We'll just go grit and grind. The only negative is if we get down a lot, we won't be able to come back. But if we're down a lot, we're probably out of the game anyway. All right, I'm going to stop this one early because it is pretty much looking like a wash. But DJ has been a bright spot. Team's been bad. And I forgot to save my changes, so I don't want to forget them. So I did notice Paul George was shooting a worse percentage, so I'm not going to up it as much as I did. We'll up it to 85. His midi's really good. Yeah, let's up his midi even more. Do you want to lower everybody's dish again like I did? I'm going to try and have us go 5 or 7 seconds. That way we get rebounds, we push it up the floor, and it might not work. In fact, I would bank on it probably not working, but only one way to find out, right? All right, let me upload this in case I want to try again. Now, the reason I want to go 7 seconds is I'm hoping that if I do have everybody steal attempts at 100, hopefully we can create more opportunities to get steals, turnovers, and just get out and run and get buckets quickly, get more guys in a flow and not get like stagnant offense. It might not work, but we will see here. We were a few games over 500 and then beat the Celtics, and then everything went downhill for about 2 weeks. So we are 3 games under 500 now. Paul George had 39 in this game. At the All-Star break, we are 2 games over 500, which I think is just as good as it was for the first year we did this. East, I'm not seeing any All-Stars. Player stats, PG's averaging about 26, 6, and 5, 2.4 steals, 1.5 blocks, good percentages. It's honestly just close to how the first year was. Chris Paul, 15 points, 9 assists, pretty good percentages. Oladipo about 12, 3, and 4. DJ's about 11 and 10. Good shooting. K-Love, 10 and 8. Really bad shooting, actually. And so that's making me think maybe we move Al into the starting lineup and just play them similar minutes. See if that helps. And team stats, points per game, we are... Even going 7 seconds, we are number 25. Points allowed, we are just about even with how many points we score. So really not a good offense, not a great defense, but we are just hanging around still. We are just barely positive. That's interesting. 5-game winning streak, we lose, but this is the most games over 500, and then we immediately just start losing and losing. I think the first year we won 42 games, and oh my god, I thought we were going to beat it. Okay, we did, and we beat it by 1 game. Curry's your MVP. Wait, no, Curry's your clutch player. Why did it start there? MVP is Jokic, Castle, Rookie of the Year, 6-man Westbrook. Similar stuff to what we see usually. Second team, Paul George made it to the second team, averaging 26, 6, and 5, 2 steals, 1.5 blocks, 50, 40, 80. Almost. He had 49, so I rounded up. Defensive first, no, but defensive second team, Paul George having one of the best years of his career. And we are a 6 seed going against Brooklyn, who has Moses Moody, Mitch Robb. We might actually win a series again. Game 1 is a loss. Who's like their star? Cam Thomas, duh. Yeah, if we just put PG on Cam Thomas, we should be fine, to be honest. Game 2 is a victory. Cam Thomas still had a good game, but we powered through. Game 3 is a loss by 1. Game 4 is a loss by a lot. Don't lose in the first round. We win game 5. Clay had 30. Chris Paul had 30 and 10. Vic had 21. Guys aren't really shooting, but they scored. Come on. Game 6 Clay. Bring me game 6 Clay. We run off to a huge lead. They start coming back. They retake the lead. In the 4th, we are down 11, down 8, down just 4. Okay, down 3, 9 seconds. Do we have a shot? No, we don't have balls, so I don't love our chances here. Guys, we got to get in the backcourt and foul. Why aren't we fouling? Why did we just concede this? No. We at least got to try and foul. Wasted so much time. I don't know why they weren't going to foul. We might as well just try. They're not going to foul here either. I'm not taking that. Let D'Lo catch it. All right, Cam's got to miss both. He's not going to, so we are going to lose, most likely. But, hey, crazier things have happened, right? First one's up. Yep, that's all she does. That's all they needed. We get eliminated in the first round in 6 games. On to one more attempt, I think. The only thing I'm really going to change about this time is I want to up Clay's shooting tendency a little. DJ's can go up a little bit as well. We'll lower K-Love's And then do we want to, maybe we start Rob. I think that's what I'm going to do. If we're going to go 7 seconds, starting Robert Covington might be beneficial because therefore he would be a better matchup, like athletically. We're going to take away Sarge's minutes. He hasn't really done anything special. Play Caleb 15, 20 for Horford. We'll go 30 for Oladipo. This, I guess, is what we're going to run with for this run. This is the worst one yet. I do think it'll pick up the longer we go, but it's still not going to be pretty. Oh my God. I forgot to change this stuff. It was still set to play. We're going to go one more time. This will be the last time, at least today. I can come back to this in a couple days or whatever. But so far, this has not gone how I wanted, and I don't want to get discouraged. So this is not going to be the set to play through star. We're going to get shooters open, shoot at will, crash the offensive glass, physical defense, and we're going to some crash, others run. We'll go DJ, K-Love. That's fine. Take away Sarge's minutes again. I do want Covington to play more. Maybe something like this. We'll try this. It's still going to be set to 7 seconds. Now let me upload this scenario. All right, so now that all this stuff is set like this, we should be okay, I think. See if it makes a difference. I also don't remember what has been saved in this. Whoa. All right, we'll see how this one goes. All right, already a lot better. Obviously, it could always go sideways, but that's embarrassing. I bet that's what was holding us back, bro. We are 13-4 right now. Okay, we're coming back down to earth, but still automatically a better start. I feel so stupid. I was so confused, and I was kind of embarrassed because I was like, in my head, this should be working, and I don't understand why it wasn't. We're second in the conference now in the middle of December. Obviously, a few games, things could go wrong, but so far, everything looks good. Paul George, 26 a game, 19 for Clay. Chris Paul's up to about 16 and 10, 13 for Oladipo, 12 and 10 for Love. DJ's giving us 11 and 11. Covington's been better. Okay, I am loving what I'm seeing. We will finish this season out for sure today. Nah, this is crazy. Like, you can hear it in my voice. I'm giddy because I was like feeling so stupid. 30 games in, we are first in the conference at 22 and 8, looking a lot better. It's because the coach settings were like strictly contradicting with the system proficiency, so everything was kind of just jumbled. I mean, if we're gonna have it set to play through star, I forget what some of the other things like crash offensive or defensive glass. Like, we're not gonna be a 7 seconds team. That's on me. That is on me. But so far this year, very good. And as always, like I've said in the other videos, if you've seen them or if you haven't, I don't mess with attributes. All I do is mess with tendencies. So these are the base 2K rosters in this one. No attributes have been upped. No potentials, none of that. It's literally just messing with their tendencies. And so far, it has made a team where the average age is probably over 30, I'd assume. Especially if you don't count the guys who aren't playing. It's definitely over 30 because the youngest guy is 30. But still, we are first in the conference. And guys who won't ever average these stats again probably are doing it here. We only lose by 1 point to the Timberwolves too. 50 games in and we've only lost 12 games. I think we're going to beat our record from last year. This is actually crazy. Yeah, 44 wins already. Can we get 60? Give me 60. We have hit the 50 mark. I literally changed nothing in this sim compared to the last one except those coach settings. And we are come on, win 60. Oh, we are just going to miss out at 59 and 23. Our MVP is Jokic, Castle. Anything surprising? We did win Executive of the Year, though. First team, second team. Paul George is on third team, defensive first, and he is on defensive second as well. So, big year for him. And we end up the first seed in the East. Before this, our highest was like 5. We do have to go against the Bulls team that beat us. I'm worried about the Giddy Chris Paul matchup. But in game 1, it doesn't seem to matter. Paul George had a great game. Game 2, win by 30. We lose game 3 by just 2 points. We win game 4 by 6. Let's see if we can get some gameplay where we actually win before we get into the second round and probably get killed. Or maybe get killed. We are killing the Bulls, though. We put up 134 points behind two 28-point games from our top 2 scorers. Chris Paul at 22, 8, and 11. You love to see it. We're going against Indy in round 2. This might be a tough matchup for us. I'm not too sure. We lose game 1 by 11. Paul George had 44 too. It says Marcus Smart is on fire. In the playoffs, he is shooting 25% and 11% from three. I don't agree with that being on fire. All right, we're going to go with this in game 2. And I think I'm going to put Paul George on Siakam. Or you know what? We're going to start Rocco. Because if we don't, it's going to cause too much matchup issues for us. We'll lower K-Love's minutes, up Rocco into the starting lineup. Game 2 is a victory by 8. Robert Covington with 13 and 11 on good shooting. Siakam had a pretty decent game. Halliburton went down a little. Maybe we put Paul George on Halliburton. I don't know if I did that. Yeah, we'll do that. Game 3 is a loss. Siakam had 36, 6 and 6. Halliburton with the 2020 game. We tie it at 2 in game 4. Clay with 19 and 10, 22, 7 and 7 with 3 blocks for Paul George. Chris Paul another 17 and 9. All right, hopefully we can go up 3-2 here. Game 5 Clay, hopefully. Game 5 Paul George. Game 5 Chris Paul. Somebody. We are up. 3:30 left. 1:55. 57 seconds. We're up 4. We might as well hop in. See if we can get something here. Let's look at the lineup they have. They have DJ guarding Miles Turner. Chris Paul is guarding Tyrese. So does that mean Paul George fouled out? No, he's just out of the game. We do have a timeout. Halliburton's going to get an easy bucket there. No, I lied. Contested by Chris Paul. We get the rebound. We have a timeout. We're not going to take it. Clay picks up his dribble. Oh, Gay Love should have shot that. Midi. Chris Paul bucket. No. And it's going to be theirs going the other way. Oh, man. That could have worked out a lot better for us. Hopefully Paul George is in now. Yep. Gonna pick up Tyrese. This is a revenge game for Paul. Paul guarding Tyrese. He goes baseline. Can't get it. Benedict Mathurin getting guarded by Chris Paul is not ideal. Midi off the screen. Got it to go. We do have decent free throw shooters though. We got Clay. Chris Paul shoots it pretty well, I believe. And then Paul George can. Paul, we need at least one. Or Clay, we need at least one. 2 would be beautiful. The first one's up and in. The second one, also up and in. 111, 107, 23 seconds left. No wide open threes and no fouls. Just good defense. Tyrese sizing up Paul George from half court. Spins, trying to drive, gets a lane, maybe. Tough shot. Paul George, great defense. 10 seconds left. We have a 4-point lead and a free throw opportunity to go up 6 and put this game to bed. Would be sweet for Paul. He knocks down the first, misses the second. Siakam gets the rebound. They got to go. 7 seconds. He's got to push it. 3-pointer for Nembhard. Clay in his face. It doesn't fall. And we take a 3-2 series lead here in round 2. Paul George ended with 29, 7 and 7. 3 steals and a block. 23, 7 and 13 for Chris Paul. 20 points for Clay. And Victor chipped in with 19 and a double-double with 3 steals and a block for DeAndre Jordan. Siakam had another good game. Halliburton struggled. Come on. Take us to the conference finals. What a story something like this would be. Like a young team, or like a team that you think is full rebuild goes ultra veteran and makes the playoffs. And we are going to make the conference finals with this team. 33, 8 and 7 for Paul George. 25, 4 and 6 for Clay. 17 and 9 for DJ. Chris had a double-double. And we move on to the conference finals to go against the Cavs. I don't love this matchup for us, of course. I think we leave Covington in, because he still has that perimeter. He still has that interior defense going against Mobley. We could even, honestly, although who's taller, Covington or Paul George? I know they say Paul George is like 6'10" in real life, right? All right, we'll go, or 6'9". We'll go, oh man, but then who guards? Clay's going to guard Mitchell, I guess. And I guess we go Mobley gets guarded by, we'll go Mobley guarded by Paul, if I can find him. Mitchell by Clay, and then Allen gets guarded by DeAndre. And then for Mitchell, I want to hit stay attached. Same thing for Garland. They got 4 guys averaging 17 plus points. Game 1 is a victory though by 22. 19, 5 and 10 for Chris Paul. 24, 3 and 7 for Paul George. 25 for Clay. Garland struggled from 3. Everybody else played well though. Game 2 is a loss. Big one. 23 and 15 for Mobley. Game 3 is a victory. 104-92. Allen led the way for them. Clay for us. Another great game for Chris Paul, bro. Come on, go up 3-1. Please go up 3-1. Actually, dude, in 2K, 3-1 don't mean shit. We do have a huge lead right now, so it does look like 3-1 is going to happen. We beat them by 40. Clay had 44. Chris Paul, 25, 5 and 8. We I don't want to jinx it, but there is a chance we go to the NBA Finals with this team. Back and forth, game 5 here. We took the lead. It's back and forth. We're down 9, down 7, down 10, down 7. We lose by 6. They're going to force game 7. Game 6 here. Can we get a game 6 Clay performance? And we got game 6 somebody. We get off to a big lead in the 4th with this lead, and we just went to the NBA Finals. Paul George 29-7-6. DJ had 12 and 20. Dude, no way. They get a game 7 over here. Mavericks, Wizards. No way. We don't have a great shot, but we have something. We have a something here. Okay. Going against Dallas. Al's been not great in the playoffs, but they have bigs off their bench. Kyrie, we're gonna have Kyrie guarded by Clay. Although they do give Chris Paul a defensive or a decent perimeter defense, don't they? It is listed as A-. It's an 81. It's actually not bad. What's Clay's? Clay's is only an 80. So we will go with Chris Paul on him, and then 80 is gonna get guarded by Paul George, which I don't love for us, but hey man, what can you do? So we'll go Chris Paul, and then Anthony Davis gets guarded by the 6'8" Paul George. That could be bad. We're going to simcast all of these games, unless it's like we're getting killed. We are losing game 1 by a lot. We are storming back though. We did take the lead for a second. Now we are down by 20 plus. Storm back to make it a 5-point game. We are outscoring them 30-15. We'll hop in. Okay. We have big second and fourth quarters. It might be too little too late. We'll see who's playing well. 28 for Paul, 25 for Clay, 19 and 10 for Chris Paul, 4 and 15 for DJ. 105-100. Clay catches. He's going to get a screen from K-Love. 3-ball. Bang! Holy shit! Huge shot by Clay. He has 28-12 in the quarter. Not scared of the moment in game 1. Chris Paul has Kyrie. Kyrie's dancing on him. Goes to the lane. Midi rolls in. They take a 4-point lead now. Paul George will be checking in. We don't have any timeouts to sub him in, so we just got to rock with it. Another screen from K-Love. Oh, I thought Clay was going to pull it again. Steps back, nothing doing. Has Exum on him. He's a good defender. Kicks it to DeAndre Jordan at the 3-point line. Covington, he got open for a second. The pass was a little slow getting there, and that will probably do it. Kyrie's a good free throw shooter. We're going to end up putting him on the line. I don't like our chances. Simcast live it. He makes 1 of 2. He only made 1 of 2. 27 seconds left. Down 5. Oh, he should have hit Clay. Chris Paul drives. No, you got to pass that. Midi doesn't go. And yeah, I'm going to say that's it. We lose game 1 by a score of 111-107. But for how bad it looked there for a minute, I'm not too mad. I'm also going to change one setting against Kyrie. Is when he is on the drive, I want to do some drive help and see if that helps. So game 2, Wizards Mavs. We have a lead early. It's back and forth now. Can we pull away a little? Not really. And we are losing. They storm. They are pulling away. They win game 2 by 3 points. We gave up the lead. Kyrie had 53. He had 53 on 30 shots. He hit 10 threes. So did Clay. Clay tried. Man, I don't know what we're going to do. If that's what Kyrie is giving them, try and deny him the ball. Try and go over all these screens. All right, game 3, pivotal game 3. We lose. We pretty much write our ticket to go home, and we are down by a lot. Oh my God, this is gut-wrenching. Down by 40. Who else but Kyrie with 33, 4, and 7? I don't want to switch the matchup, maybe? Let's go look at our bench. Oh, what about Marcus Smart's defense? Oh my God, I actually sold this. All right, the one change I'm making is I'm starting Marcus Smart. I'm actually mad I didn't think about this before. We're going to start Marcus. You know what we'll do? We're going to move everybody down 1. Whoops. And we're going to start Chris Paul and Marcus Smart together. Hopefully this can work. All right, we're down 3-0. Nothing to lose. Marcus Smart comes in to play defense on Kyrie. Hopefully I said that right. Yeah. And yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to matter. The Mavs are just tough, man. Yeah, super tough in sim. Marcus Smart gave us 25 on good shooting. He was eager to get back out there. And AD led the way this time. Kyrie right behind him. Kyrie's going to win Finals MVP, averaging 36. Damn. Well, the team had a magical run this last year. I had fun with it. And I'm mad at myself for not realizing the problems that I was causing with the system proficiency early. But if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It means the world. And if I don't come back and try this again, that'll do it. So peace. All right, I decided we're going to do this one last time. I up CP's shot tendency just a little bit to 74 from 60, I think it was. Everything else pretty much stayed the same. Rotation, I'm a little iffy on. Maybe we take away more of Al's minutes. He's been bad. And then at least Marcus Smart can play some defense for us. We will probably rock with this, and we'll see how it goes this time. Through 20 games, we are 14-6. We just beat the Mavs. Chris Paul averaging about 17, only 7 assists, but because he's shooting a little more, but he's shooting well. 24.4 for George, 20-ish for Clay. Marcus Smart, not great still. Horford, not great. Okay, we are 41-13 at the break this time. I think is even better than last time. No all-stars. That's kind of BS, man. There's a very good chance we finish with a better record than last year. This year was having Chris Paul be more of a scorer. Ah, man, it was going better. Come on, let us hit 60. We hit 59 last year. 58, 59, 60. 60 win team with a bunch of just throwaways for teams. We win Executive of the Year again. Paul George makes third team, and I'm assuming defensive second. Yeah, we've seen that. Let's just go see where the stats ended for everybody, and we get a matchup that I think is going to be really bad for us, actually. So, player stats, Paul George averaged about 25, 6 and 5, almost 2 steals, a block and a half. Clay with a block, 1.4 blocks, a steal, 1 block a game for Chris Paul, 17 and 8, 3 boards, 11 and 10 for K Love, 10 and 11 for DeAndre. Okay, we have Orlando, who definitely could give us some trouble, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do what I did last time and move Robert into the starting lineup, and we will still have Paolo get guarded by Paul George. Though game 1 is a victory, a big one, 34, 7 and 4 for Paul George, 20 and 14 for DJ, 12 and 10. Game 2 is a loss by 3. Chris Paul had 32. Paolo got to his spots. Game 3 is a win by 11 or 9. Another good game for Paolo, though, but Paul George hanging with them. They tie it at 2 with a big win for themselves. The Wagner brothers go crazy. Come on, don't fail us. We won 60 games. Do not lose in the first round. Okay, we are pulling away here in Game 5. Yeah, we won Game 5 by 35. Paul George, big game. Chris Paul, big game as well. 22 and 9 for K Love. Gonna have to go against Cleveland again if we win. They have the lead. It's close, though. We pull away. Still pretty close, but we win this one by 10. Paul George, we got a balanced scoring attack in this one. Paul George with 19 and 10, 19 and 4, 18, 3, 3 and 3, 14 and 9 for K Love, and 11 and 13 for Chris Paul. Don't love this for us, though, again. So against the Cavs, have stay attached. Mobley gets guarded by PG, then Allen by DJ. Game 1 is a victory by 20. Okay, multiple guys scored 20 points, almost 5 guys. 18 and 10 for DJ, love to see it. 19 and 8 for K Love. Huge game 2 victory, 34 for Clay, 32 for Paul George, almost a triple double for Chris Paul. Game 3 is a loss by 1. They stole 1. Come on. And they steal 2. That one's a big victory. Game 5, let it be the turning point for us, please. We're winning, and we pull away 37-16 in that second quarter. They had nothing. K Love in a series against his old team with 29 and 8, and a chance to go back to the conference finals. The thing is, the West teams I think are going to be too tough for us to beat. I don't think there's a team, one of those top teams in the West that we're better than, and we pull away here, and we're back in the conference finals to go against New York, who, again, yeah, San Antonio or OKC, I think, kill us. So let's just try and get to the finals. Enjoy the run getting there. And I think I'm gonna put Paul George on Cat, to be honest. Game 1 is a win, a huge one. 26, 5 and 10 for PG, 23, 4 and 6 for Clay. Oladipo gave us 22, 6 and 4. Double for Chris Paul. Cat had a good game. Brunson struggled a little bit. Game 2, another win by 5 this time. Balanced scoring for us. Bridges led the way for them. Towns had a pretty good game. And Brunson struggled, 3 for 18. They steal game 3. Probably a good Brunson game, yeah. Game 4, they also win. 41 for Brunson. Maybe? Oh my God, I almost just sold it again. We have Marcus Smart. We have Marcus Smart, bro. What am I doing? What am I doing? Brunson, Welcome Marcus Smart to the party. Huge game 5. That is why we have Marcus Smart. I'm so stupid. 3 minutes, we pull away. Yeah, 32-6. Brunson shot 8 for 25. That would have been so bad if I immediately forgot. We're lucky we didn't need it in the earlier series, and we pull away again, winning that series 4-2. Won it by 8 points. Clay, who had 34, 28, 5, and 13 for Chris Paul. Now, OKC matchup. Who got Eastern Conference MVP? It's Paul George again. Pretty good stats. Okay, I almost forgot we had Marcus Smart again. So, obviously, Shai's going to get guarded by Marcus Smart. The rest of the guys are going to be kind of tough. So, Jalen gets guarded by PG probably. And then Chet by DeAndre. Chet might kill us. So, are they starting Chet and Hartenstein? Okay. I think I'm going to move Clay out of the starting 5. So, that would make... It would be a good 4 for... what about Sarge? What is his interior and perimeter? 81-67. He does have better height, though. I mean, honestly, I could just keep it. Like Clay guard. I think I might just do that. Like Clay guard, J-Dub, and then Chet can get guarded by PG. Ah, man, I don't love it. Don't love it. All right, game 1 is a victory by 6. Chris Paul and Paul George. Actually, the top 3 guys are all in... revenge series, and I think Horford, right? He had a stint. He had like 1 year with OKC, right? Yeah. So did Sarge. He played for OKC, I guess. I don't remember this at all, but everyone wants their revenge on OKC. We go up 2-0. Hold, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We are up 2-0, 2-1. They win by 5. Shai went crazy. What happened to Marcus Smart? Tell me you fouled out. Dude, why is he shooting so much? What is his shot tendency? It's at a 60. I'm not going to lower it anymore. But man, if we got to steal this one. We got to go up 3-1. We got to go up 3-1. We are up. Don't let them go on a run. 4th quarter. We are 1 game away from winning the finals. I wasn't going to come back to this. We are 1 win away from winning the finals. Now, knowing 2K, we might be going to a game 7. And we're at least going 6 because you know how 2K rocks. 14 for Marcus Smart. They just shut us down defensively. At least we made Shai work for it. He had to shoot 28 shots. Game 6, we have a lead. Oh my God. No way. Going into the 4th, there's just 1 minute left and we're up 22. I'm going to get some gameplay, but we are up 22. We have done it. We have actually done this. I thought there was no way. Look at Chris Paul in Game 6 of the NBA Finals. Oh, and I also did change Paul George's look. He has the short hair and number 13 in this one. Chris Paul, midi. Oh, that would have been sweet. This would be such a crazy story. Because like all these guys, to differing degrees, are washed. But like to see so many guys go against their old team OKC too. Like Victor, obviously he reached his highest peaks with Indiana. But he was Russ's running mate for like a year here, I think, in that MVP season. Obviously Paul George had a 3rd place MVP finish with the Thunder. Was the trade that got them Shai, and then Chris Paul. Actually, that's funny. They all connects because Paul George is the trade that got them, or hold on. So Paul George is the trade, or no, Victor is the trade that got them Paul. And then Paul is the trade that got them Shai. And then Chris Paul played with Shai for 1 year and said it rejuvenated his love of basketball a little bit. It'd be so cool if he won Finals MVP in this. I'm gonna try and get him a bucket. We'll go floater Actually, no, we'll go midi. And that's been the biggest change is I upped his mid-range. And we just won the NBA Finals with this team. We just won the NBA Finals with this team. This is like the first one that I'd call a full success story for us. No player in the lineup is over like an 84. And I think that's Paul George. I mean, we started 76 and 75 overalls. Just with using tendencies, proficiencies, coach settings. I skipped through it. Shai did have 43. It took him 29 shots though. Clay with 32, 25, 5, and 7. Chris Paul. We just won the NBA Finals. Your Finals MVP is Chris Paul. Oh my God. Let's go. All right. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. I appreciate all the love I've been getting recently. I know for like your favorite YouTuber, like 2,000 views and like 38 likes or whatever is not crazy. But for me, that was insane. The last weekend, we like doubled my subscribers. I had so much fun. And it's really made me want to just keep making more videos. So if you have any suggestions too, like feel free to leave them. I'm kind of running low on like different ideas that you probably haven't seen before. I have a couple more, but I just want to let y'all know I appreciate every single one of you, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.